My just main goal was to get as big, as strong as possible. It's a 24/7 lifestyle.
Craig took steroids for more than 10 years. Unhappy with the way he looked, he began to use them in his 20s. We've agreed to hide his identity.
I started off quite moderate, and eventually I wanted more and more gains, so my doses increased, substances increased. You know, it's like I said, some of the substances I was taking aren't actually designed for human consumption, they're veterinary. That's the insanity of it all, you know.
And that didn't matter to you at the time?
No, because they were stronger and give me better gains.
Craig says the drugs took over his life. He's now left with long-term health problems.
I know for a fact I have an enlarged heart. You know, my blood pressure is slightly high than what it should be, and that's consequences of my using at the end of the day. There has been damage to my liver and kidneys there through years, yes.
In a national survey of steroid users, almost 3/4 said they started taking them before the age of 30. 56% said body image was a very important motivation, and 54% said they were most likely to get hold of the drugs from their friends.
This is where we do our ECGs. Basically, say normally this is a counselling room. We just bring the bed in here.
Mike Mallett runs a needle exchange in Newport. It's here, once a fortnight, that he and his staff volunteer to run a clinic for steroid users. He's seen a dramatic rise in the number of people seeking his help.
You've got an awful lot of guys who are very knowledgeable, do an awful lot of research, but we've also got a smaller but significant culture of young people who have bought their steroids and they've started using them and they haven't even got gym membership, or they haven't even started going down the gym yet. It's more about aesthetics, it's more about gaining that perfect toned, chiseled body. So it's very much about the perception of how they look and how they want to look.
Mike Mallett argues many GPs may need to rethink their approach when dealing with steroid users.
Certainly the chaps I talk to, a lot of them are reluctant to go to their GPs because they feel GPs are just going to say, well, stop what you're doing. So we need an environment that encourages them to come forward, that encourages them to get tested.
We need to provide health practitioners, not just GPs, but a full range of health practitioners. We need to train them to make them more aware of the scale of image and performance enhancing drug use, but also that it's a very diverse population. I think that certainly drug use has been stigmatised, is stigmatised, and also stereotyped amongst particular groups, and that's actually not the case.
The Royal College of General Practitioners says GPs are non-judgmental. It adds that patients must realise the significant health risks steroids can have. Craig is now in recovery. He wants to use his experiences to help other people.
If you could go back and not start taking steroids, would you do that?
No, I wouldn't take it. It's affected my life greatly, to be honest with you. Relationships, health, obsessions. Yeah, so for me personally, no. Now I wouldn't take a steroid again.